Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and today we are talking Medicinal Friday. And even more so on Medicinal Friday, we are talking mushrooms. So guys, I looked through the comments of my videos and on my Medicinal Fridays, and a lot of things that people were saying that they suffer with. I thought, I wonder if people are eating enough mushrooms. And then I just put a poll onto the community page to ask if people had medicinal mushrooms in their medicinal cabinet, and if they did, or if they didn't even know they were supposed to. And only 4% of you guys out of everybody that voted said that they have medicinal, or they have mushrooms in their medicinal cabinet. And I'm here to tell you guys that mushrooms can cure and really solve a lot of different things. It is one of the oldest ancient medicinal medicines out there. So if you guys don't have mushrooms in your medicinal cabinet, you need to start getting them in there. So I'm only going to talk about 3 today, but there are tons of different mushrooms that can benefit you. In fact, I will leave 2 books down below that can help you guys in your quest through finding more about medicinal mushrooms and just how beneficial mushrooms are. First and foremost, with everything in this world that causes cancer, mushrooms are one of those things that helps you fight cancer. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about the Maitake mushroom. Now, the Maitake mushroom is one of the most beneficial ones when it comes to fighting cancer. As you can see, it looks like this. These ones are dried, which is one of my favorite ways to have my mushrooms stored. You can have them fresh. Every now and then I'll go to a store that has fresh Maitake mushrooms and I'm like, yay! And I'll go ahead and I'll buy them, but I get these off of Amazon, and I just get them, make sure that they are organic and US grade organic. So Maitake mushrooms, one, have the biggest property when it comes to fighting cancer. Now, I do have notes down here too, guys, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at, because mushrooms do a lot, and I want to make sure that I give you guys the most information, so I wrote it all down. So Maitake mushrooms can help your circulatory system, so help you get good blood flow in your body. It also can help increase energy, lower cholesterol. It's the most effective one when it comes to cancer, and it helps fight off mental and psychological problems. So if you guys are having just like depression issues or anything like that, that is where you want to really start uptaking your Maitake mushrooms. One of also the most beneficial things of Maitake mushrooms is that it helps and aids in some of the symptoms coming from chemotherapy. I know some of my subscribers do suffer with cancer right now, and if you're going through chemotherapy, adding Maitake mushrooms into your diet is going to help ease a lot of those effects of the chemotherapy. The other thing that it helps with is fighting fatty liver disease. So if you are a person that suffers with fatty liver, eating Maitake mushrooms can help decrease a lot of the fat that's stewing up in your liver and help decrease a lot of those symptoms for that, and to kind of help cure it too as well. So I won't say it's 100% cure depending on your case, which consult your doctor. I will always say consult your doctor because I am not your personal doctor, but it does help a lot. The other thing I like about Maitake mushrooms is that it has one of the highest hits on your umami taste bug. That is your 5th taste bug for those of you guys that don't know. And umami is a flavor that has been, or is a taste that has been recreated chemically and thrown into a lot of foods with preservatives. So also known as MSG. So MSG has been thrown into a bunch of different things to make people like the taste of them, but the actual food itself isn't that great of quality. So if you were to just eat it without the MSG, you wouldn't like it. Maitake mushrooms have a natural like umami flavor to it. So they hit your umami taste buds, and they have that natural just savoriness to it to make you want to eat it and to make things taste great. So if you are trying to get healthier and trying to get yourself away from eating a lot of high preservative foods, adding Maitake mushrooms is going to be a way you can kind of wean yourself off without like crashing and being like, oh my god, I just need McDonald's because I haven't had it in forever. Because not having those strong MSG flavors when you're used to them will make you want to run and go right back to them. Now, another great thing about Maitake mushrooms is that it has helped with the overall health of polycystic ovarian syndrome. For those women that are having problems ovulating and also having problems with fertility, Maitake mushrooms really do help that. They've done some case studies to where they had women that were not ovulating due to POS, and they given them Maitake mushrooms and it made them ovulate. So it helped with their fertility. So that's something else that Maitake mushrooms can do. So guys, as we go to the next mushroom, I will say that this is the one that helps fatty liver. This one is Shiitake mushrooms. Sometimes I get them confused. So Shiitake mushroom looks like this. And once again, this one is dried so that it preserves a lot longer. Now the Shiitake mushroom, one of the things that I think is the best thing about your Shiitake mushroom is that it helps provide your body with vitamin D. I talk to a lot of my friends that have babies or that are getting ready to have a baby, and one thing that they said is that, oh, the doctor says right when the baby's born, give them vitamin D droplets because they're going to need them because they're going to be lacking in vitamin D. And I thought that was crazy. I thought, why not just consume more Shiitake mushrooms and then breastfeed? Seems like it would be more of a beneficial thing for me and more natural, because a lot of times in vitamins and droplets and all those different things, it is packed full of fillers. And if you read the labels on them, you'll see that it'll have whatever it is that you're trying to take plus a bunch of other stuff. Shiitake mushrooms also helps to stabilize your blood sugar, and it helps with heart health. So if you're looking for something like if you have high blood pressure or if you have diabetes or something like that, adding Shiitake mushrooms to your diet is going to be really good. It also is an anti-inflammatory too as well. So having arthritis or different things like that, once again, Shiitake mushrooms are going to do a great job at helping you with those different ailments. Now the next one is actually, I have it in a tincture, and it is lion's mane. Now lion's mane, I think, is an amazing mushroom. It is also known as the brain mushroom because lion's mane has been shown to help with early stages or even helping with slowing down any progression or anything like that of dementia. And so what it does is that I'm going to read it off of here real quick, guys. It is the nervous growth factor is what it affects. And basically what that does is it increases the pathways that are created with your brain. So creating new health and new growth in your brain pathways. So having lion's mane, and all of these mushrooms are going to be something that you want to take over time, but it has been proven with lion's mane for people that have taken it over time that their cognitive health has been a lot better after taking it over a couple of months. They tested them in the beginning and tested them in the end at the 6 months, and it showed improvement. So it's been proven to help people with dementia or people that are at risk of dementia. Lion's mane is something that I have started taking regularly, being the case that my dad has dementia and my grandfather died of Alzheimer's, and a couple of my aunts and uncles have dementia too as well. So it's something that I have added to my diet just as a precaution. Now, another great benefit of lion's mane is that it helps to reduce the issues with H. pylori. For those of you guys that have had H. pylori or never heard of it or haven't heard of it, then it is a bacteria that lives in your gut that causes ulcers and different things like that. So lion's mane can help to heal your gut and reduce those issues that you would have with H. pylori. So ulcers and stomach issues, digestive issues, all those different things. So it is a great great thing to have. This one I got from Norspor. They make the tincture, and they also sell kits that you can make your own, like grow your own mushrooms, and they have all different types too as well. So I'll link them down in the description. I actually contacted them from Instagram and talked to them a lot about the lion's mane before making my purchase. So let's talk about consuming the mushrooms. Now, when it comes to having them fresh, you can always have them fresh, cook them up, put them in any type of dish that you want. If you do not like the taste of mushrooms or the texture of mushrooms or something like that, you can always, when they're dried, soak the mushrooms and then use the mushroom water to make any type of broth or soups or stews. I love making a good ramen with both the shiitake and the maitake mushrooms. I think that adding that to my ramen makes it amazing. And I'm not talking about like top ramen. I'm talking about like good homemade ramen. Another way that makes it easier to make sure that you're checking your dosage and trying to see how much you can take and how much you can't take is to grind it up when it is dried and then add it to a capsule. I don't want to open these because they're not open yet, but these are some vegan empty capsules that you can put in your powder, and then you can just take those every single day. And depending on how your body reacts to them, everybody always asks me about dosage, and it's one of those things that it depends on how your body reacts, and it depends on other things. So I can't really say, yes, take this much of this, because I don't know your personal situation. I don't know how your body reacts. I don't know your allergies. I don't know current medications that you're on that might interact with different things. So what I would say is always check with your physician, or if you are not working with a natural medicine doctor, get yourself a natural medicine doctor or an herbalist that you can talk with. But dividing them up into capsules is a way that you can say, okay, I take 1 capsule in the morning or 2 capsules in the morning, depending on how well your body reacts to them, and then also how you feel with them or different things that you have going on. But overall, mushrooms are pretty safe. The other way you can take them is in a tincture. I just add this tincture to my coffee, my water, my juice, my eggs, anything like that. And Norspor actually puts a dosage on here. So it says take anywhere between 15 to 60 drops 1 to 2 times a day, or as needed. So if I feel like I'm having a little bit of a foggy brain or something like that, then I just take a little bit more. But pretty much I just take about 20 drops and put them into my coffee or my juice every single morning, and that's been a good dosage for me personally. Having them in a tincture makes it really nice because it really doesn't taste like anything. Normal lion's mane tastes a little bit like seafood. Most people say it tastes like lobster, kind of similar to that. But when you have it in a tincture, you really don't taste it because it's just preserved in the alcohol. So eating it fresh, drying it, putting it in some capsules by grinding it into a powder or putting it into a tincture are ways that I suggest taking your mushrooms. For any of you guys that love mushrooms and know about medicinal mushrooms, comment down below how you take your mushrooms and how you prepare them. I would love to hear and see you guys' recipes. So I hope that after this video you guys are adding mushrooms to your diet, because they are so important, guys. They are one of the biggest superfoods and one of the oldest foods that have been placed on this earth for us to consume in order to heal our bodies. They actually do a lot more than what we just went over. I can talk about these for hours, but I don't want to make this a super long video. So I suggest that if you guys want to learn more, get the 2 books that I have down below and consult with your doctor or your herbalist for even more details about it. But until next time, make sure you guys are growing yourselves a garden, because even a small space can provide you with tons of food. Bye guys.